games. Titans of Counter-Strike.
Is it stupid if I drink a coffee now?
What time do you have to be up for the plane?
My flight's at 6 p.m.
Yeah, you're cool, bro.
All right, party time.
All right, well, speaking of parties, Flusher, he's going to have one of his own as he's invested into a Smoke, Flash, and a HE. Golden has done exactly the same, and on the other side of things, Cold Zero will have a Diffuse Kit and a Smoke to his name, and it will be a 4-man A-lean early with Cold playing retake on that B bomb site from the Coffin's position.
Yeah, you say retake. I mean, I see a world where he just starts going AD, AD, and with every single time he takes that fight, well, he gives them the D, I guess. It's certainly a possibility. 3 walking up. He has a smoke if he wants to play around.
I think they're going to double nade him, unfortunately, for Cold Zero. This is a
Boost
pistol
up
round.
the wall and throw it? No, maybe not.
Well, this is a pistol round that or they're saving it for pit, but this is a pistol round we've seen FaZe run in similar fashion before, but maybe not being so inquisitive over towards middle here, Alex.
Rain's going to check it, and they're going to see the bomb. He costs him his life, but that's a lot of information. Cold deploys his own smoke and will try and play around it. He'll hear the steps, or will he? The flash did arrive as well. The bomb towards middle. There's so many awkward exchanges happening right now. I don't even know. Are they in an underpass?
He knows it's a fake at least.
He's made that call. Yeah, they are. So they don't have the information. Kriaz on second middle. This is an important duel. He's going to try and win. My God, that's quick from Nico. Brings it down to the 4v4. Now they start to charge straight towards Cold's domain. He catches Brolin, and so that puts 3. JW, Golden, and Flusher into the charge. Tags, not frags, and now leaping around the corner was JW past tense. Cold Zera sees to it that the round is theirs. 4 as he mows them down on B.
Yeah, if they want to play cheeky around their own smokes and push on into that side and take a little bit of control, Cold Zero can do that just as well. Dropping his own, playing around it, and emerging with one of the opening kills of the round right there. So,
God, I love coffee.
Yeah. All right, well, Fnatic tend to have this trend when they don't get the plant on pistol round, they'll go for the save. If they did get the plant, they'll go for the force by bringing out those SGs and Kriegs. So that explains why right now you're seeing them with 5 Glocks. And after all that, Alex, they only managed 1 kill. So
yeah, I mean, it looked promising. An interesting thought experiment there, leaving the 2 bomb and a supporting member towards apps, taking all your utility and the majority of your players towards B, hoping to force the rotate. This time, however, this is one of my casting challenges. And maybe we can give him an observing challenge, given the fact that it is 5
What,
Glocks.
Rush's remixes?
Well, it's Rush's remixes, but I think it's Jakey. Yeah.
I don't even know how that whole concept worked.
Well, I mean, it was a great child of I think it was Mr. Harry himself who came up with it. The idea of giving challenges to the observers. You can throw in your suggestions using the hashtag Rushly Remix of ways in which to observe. We had some blindfolded observing working out wonderfully.
I want to see him observe players only dying in this round.
Okay. You have to catch the deaths.
Catch all the deaths,
Every single death. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. 3 out of 5. I'll give you, he's got the majority.
And how quick that went.
75%.
That's like the counterintuitive task. It's right. You know, he's getting ready to observe the CTs, and we take all that power away from him. So
I know we're in Leicester, but I kind of felt like we were in Berlin for a second. Time for the 3rd round. Let's watch that again, this time with the kills. No, we won't. I changed my mind. Instead, we will watch this 3rd round unfold. Now, they saved, of course, in the round prior in order to prepare for this. It's going to be 3, maybe 4 rifles, excuse me, 2 AKs and 2 Kriegs. JW's ahead of that Molotov, should they choose to challenge. And speaking of challenge, look at Golden. Straight up. Ready and willing by the half. All likely going to be flashed in by his team, but there is more utility to come from the CTs as well.
All these nades are going to hurt.
Yeah, getting the timing just right. That's the cue they were waiting for. The nades fly in, and nothing too damaging. Flusher's the one to catch the brunt of it, though, down to 60.
Just to note here, you might be looking at Flusher's economy scenario right now going, why didn't he buy an AK? Well, he needed that utility for this exchange that we've just seen go down in Banana. Right now towards top mid, these SMGs have been positioned very, very close right now.
Oh, my God. How does Olof win that? Keeps the bullets going. He knows there's going to be more company there. His old teammate, Jake Dubs. Backing away. The bomb is loose at T-spawn, so Fnatic, this probing and this presence, not necessarily looking to commit just yet. Flusher looking to play around that smoke. Any information he can get for free.
But look at this, they still have banana control and mid control, even though they lost that opening kill. Yeah. So it isn't the end of the world. This is what Fnatic do really well, the way that they play off of these scenarios. FaZe have opted to do something a little bit different.
They're using Olof's low HP just to send him on an information spree.
Man, Nico having that SG from Pit, this could be a massacre.
Oh, that is the perfect weapon for the job. Krieg round 3. He's going to want to keep hold of this for the long con. Quick catch onto Golden, supported by Rain. Let's not forget the bomb likely could go down here, though. So just 3 remain. JW charging forward to try and tuck into the site alongside Flusher. Everything points to FaZe picking this round up, but with the bomb down, still ticking. Oh, and Flusher. A tiny overextension and it's punished. Good damage dealt to Kriaz, but the same could be said back. Hold on to Kriaz makes it all too much for them to handle. And I mean, they just didn't have to move. They just posted up in Pit and let the threat of the flank do the rest.
Just to note, that setup wouldn't have been possible to the same potency unless they got that opening kill top mid, because Nico scavenged that rifle from that top mid position, right? Otherwise, he had an SMG prior. So right there, making it work with what they've got. And we will be seeing the third on the board right now for FaZe. This is that opening exchange, which did have the SG hitting the deck. And there's the follow-up with that weapon. But right now, with the plant and the max loss bonus coming on through shortly for that of Fnatic. Oh, are they going all in? Flusher has an SG, has head armor behind it, but they haven't fully invested. There's a little bit of money left in the bank. Everybody hovering just around that 2K mark besides Flusher himself. So seeing if he can maybe take away a couple of scalps, keep that economy from growing on the FaZe side. You can already see that Rain and Nico are both up to 6K plus. They've got boiler control early. They haven't actually contested for banana control this time round, but they could have it for free if they would like. Rain with some warning shots, but going to dip on back. And we can see a 3-man quad set up here. Very, very tight-knit from the CTs.
I'm just terrified that both Cold and Nico have already got their hands on Kriegs. If this does continue to spiral, they are going to be able to just play that side of the map to perfection. Even contesting banana is going to be more difficult.
Brolin has to entry here on at least one player. When these smokes and molotovs come on over the roof, we can still see a little bit of utility left. They will go for mid control.
Oh, and great work from JW. Even with the left eye peek, gets damaged safely. Molly wanting to play around it, use that to his advantage, and now here they come. A flood of Fnatic taking towards the mid wall, actually towards the arch. Could be a pincer maneuver. Choices to be made. Investigation from JW. The smoke will start to fade. Nico trying to play ahead of it, and great catch. Brolin with just the pistol, but that's the bomb. Rain doing great work. Now, though, the flash is caught. Great work again from Brolin. He's doing it all, whether it's frags or flashes. That's a good, should be enough, actually, to secure the round for Fnatic. They have access to the site, the other two miles away. Brokey and Cole just going to look to keep hold of their weapons and their full arsenal. And how did that slip away? It was kind of, you blink and you miss it. 3 quick frags onto the CTs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Rain got caught off guard by a player pushing into library. They knew that they had completely lost arch side, and by the time that they had rotated over, of course, mid to B was an option. So maybe not awares of the timing of that, or maybe not expecting to be Fnatic to be so audacious in pushing that quickly. However, if that comp did come through, they could have positioned Cold Zero back towards New Box on the B bomb site. Brokey could have played anywhere else looking towards Banana, potentially from Coffins, and they could have had a passive setup on that B site to at least give information for the remainder of the FaZe Clan players, who could have dropped back, maybe played pit or site, and then re-aggressed on that quad side so they didn't lose complete information. However, not to be the case, and Fnatic will post a round on the board. I said Brolin had the entry. Not in the fashion I thought he would, but he still get the opening kill eventually here and follows it up with a assist.
Yeah, I mean, you pointed out that he had to do something, and well, he did more than something. He did everything. Still, you can see the kill distribution. Still waiting to see Golden off the starting mark, but Fnatic, they break their silence early. That's important. Still, early battle for Banana continues. It wages on.
This is very, very aggressive right now from FaZe.
Oh, I'm such a sucker for that little bit of teamwork. We'll see what Flusher does on Banana. At the moment, it's just death. No trade immediately. And oh, lovely. Got dunk from Golden. Cold, however, tucked in on the wall, does profit. Man advantage could be extended. It is. They had the crossfire established, and Kriazi just jumped straight into the jaws of the Rain and Nico setup. They are going to be caught off by Cold here. You've got to check Sandbags. It's all about timing. Brolin is responsible for this.
about to say.
Now, turn their heads. It's JW quick on the AWP, but in response, so is Olof. Poor smoke and good damage. Brollan thrown into a 1 versus 3. He has the bomb, and with that molly down, this is his window. He's going to get it down. That's a start. Now, the difficult part. And oh, no, maybe not. Olof caught through the smoke, now into the 1v2. They have kits, they have nades, they've got it all. But have they got Brollan's number? Ops for Emo. Rain presents his head, is looking for the 1v3. Nico to challenge, and Brollan, one-man army, finds all three against all odds in the second for Fnatic.
That's good use of utility there as well to clear out the new box back of sight, but if they're assuming he was still on that side, that's why Nico didn't push up CT spawn, ready to trade Rain in that scenario. But Brollan making a miracle happen, and well, now FaZe, they have an option of force buying, or will they take a save of their own? This kill right here is the one that made it all happen, though. coldzera staying in the forward position, thinking he was being sneaky beaky. Well, you can't be sneaky beaky when JW's up in personal, so we can see the force buy that has come on through here from FaZe Clan. It's still good enough to get 3 M4s, and the duel early in Banana. Flush wanting to barrel forward will get tagged on down to 2 points of health. coldzera wants to continue fighting this, and he'll get flashed on in.
Yeah, this is perfect. He can clear it up, and actually, oh, a double! They line up. Golden's going to be furious. Completely out of his hands. He just happened to be in line with his teammate on the other side of the smoke. Another deep one arrives, but JW does too. Into the feed and into the head of Brokey.
The problem here is I think JW knew that the smoke came from close, so he might continue to harass with a little bit of spam. Unless coldzera can get all the way out of dodge, he's going to be in trouble.
One man left, Olof, and he's only got a Desert Eagle. The smoke would be perfect to slow this advance down. Not sure if it's actually got a gap that he can play around. It does, and that's exactly what he intends to do.
They are posted up forward on middle here, which means that they do have a lot of information with 45 seconds left on the clock. However, they have nobody who they can really leave to rotate over. The noise will be heard top mid. Kreaz will call that one out, and he's not going to make that kill. At this point, they should know that the coast is clear, and Nico Smoke is going to lock them in towards Banana.
Flash over. 25 seconds. Olof just surviving is his primary objective, and that's a mission fail. We'll get him next time, as Captain Price once said. JW and Brollan, they are low, and Nico, he's full health, and ooh, a good adjustment, finds the head of one, but JW had the perfect weapon for the job, holds the line, and it's a triple kill from the Wonder Child himself. First Brollan, who you could describe as a Wonder Child as well.
You'd love to see Fnatic in these mid-round situations. They never look flustered even when they're down numbers. They just isolate kill after kill and are able to get it done. And now this is where I would be expecting FaZe to take a little bit of an eco, as Nico will be giving out the last moments of orders before freeze time finishes, and away we go. As well, it won't be the eco, it'll actually be a complete force buy here. They've managed to get a mag 7 on the board, 2 UMPs, and a bunch of smokes. Now, the smokes are fantastic to delay with, but Brokey, he'll be left on his own until Cold rotates back to his position. Now, if they can hold on to these smokes, you know, until about the 50-second mark, then we're starting to talk. We're starting to have a real conversation. But if they have to expend them too early, then we really come into problems. So Brokey's already dropped his. coldzera still has a Molotov and a smoke to throw down later, but this is all going to be cleared on off, at least the one present towards top Banana, when we still have 1 minute plus on the clock.
Fnatic's buy is interesting, and so is Reigns. He even got a chance for a second, softens him up for Olof. And mid-hell with an SMG and a shotgun.
And now they should probably consider rotating one player back towards that B bomb site. They still have a smoke in the hands of Rain. Cold has one over towards B. So now every second that ticks on down is scarier and scarier for that Fnatic team.
Brollan had a rifle, did he not? I'm almost certain he had a Krieg. So there is a Krieg on the floor somewhere. Certainly would be a benefit to the FaZe project. Here you can see it there lying idle. In middle, still. Nade starting to fly in towards B. Let's see what the reaction is from coldzera. Looks like he's going to try and play ahead of the smokes.
It's a fake?
It is a fake. He's going to try and get that information as best he can. Still two CTs in there. It's Rain on a shotgun, though. In support is Nico with his UMP. They're hearing the steps. They know it's on its way. And Rain, he's not done yet. Looking for another. JW strafing through the smoke. Does find one.
No
before
time
he
to
meets
plan.
his demise. No time, no hope. And Kriaz could be falling at the end as this... Oh, I thought he was going to go down. I'm surprised. Low HP.
Yeah.
Keeps hold of his Mac 10. Keeps hold of his
Consolation
pride.
prize. Yeah.
It's something.
That's not what you don't. You definitely don't want to be dying after the time when you were only holding onto a Mac 10 anyway. That
Yeah.
would suck.
One of the worst ways to go out.
But right now, I would expect... Okay. Fnatic are going in for another one of these.
I would love to see a round of the perspective of a chicken.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what the chickens see.
Oh. Okay.
I've seen so many chickens kill people with their door blocking ability.
I wonder how many chickens we're going to find on our...
Oh, there's
Ooh,
another one.
hello.
Another friend.
Got scared a little bit worried there, the chook.
Oh,
Hello.
just staring at him.
Yeah, I know. So, like, what's the chicken think's going to happen?
I mean, I'm sure these chickens are battle hardened at this point. Like they're probably talking about strats and stuff. Like, oh, he's only got a molly. Oh, no kit on him, mate. No, I've got a feeling Fnatic win this one. Flash.
Everyone seems so big.
Yeah, they do. I feel like I'm kind of like a borrower. That's a reference no one will get. Let me try a more modern one. Nope, I've got nothing. Stuart Little.
Yeah, people might get that
They
one
might get that one.
if they were born in the 90s.
90s, yep. That's about as relevant as I can be.
Well, the chicken can jump.
Wow, the chicken's flying. Of course, they have wings, and JW, he's had his clipped down to a 2v2. Bomb down courtesy of Golden. And now it's time for a chicken's perspective of a potential retake. Brokey and Cold Zera. Brokey not going to be falling and shooting the chicken. That's a step in the right direction, but still, bomb ticking now. Kit available for Cold.
Yeah, Flusher playing very deep in the apartments right now could be the crux of this round. We've seen many a flank come in late from players on Inferno this week. Maybe it'll happen again.
From Apps. Plays the waiting game. Flusher does catch Brokey, and so now all onto Cold, presents his bottom, and Flusher's there to spank. It will be 4-4, and that's the end of Chicken Cam. Congratulations, Jakey. I think you kind of really embodied
What a chicken would see.
what a chicken would see
Yeah.
during a round of Counter-Strike. Great suggestion as well with the hashtag Rushly remix.
Is an interesting one. I imagine Rush is a DJ.
I don't think you have to imagine.
You could see Rush DJing
Yeah. In his checkered
in his checkered
shirts.
number.
Yeah. That's his DJ shirt.
Well, he's partying all the time then, isn't he? Now, FaZe, after losing that one, they did force buy, then they lose to the force buy on Fanatics. We'll have to take a save. They have a flash in the hand of Olaf, and all five stacked over towards B. They might be pouncing here on Golden momentarily. Their flash comes on over, and Olaf should follow through, but it's going to be a little bit too late, as Golden's already picked up two, and Flusher and Co are ready and raring to help him take down this eco slaughter. Rain will be the last delectable dish.
You know what the worst feeling is when it's like an eco and your teammates have tagged him up for like 80 or like 90.
And you don't finish him.
And you don't even get the one, you know, like it's 1v1. You just have to land one bullet. They've told you ahead of time, like you're aware of the situation, you know,
Yeah.
you only need to hit one bullet, then aim punch, and you just look like a bit of a silly person.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've
Yeah.
all felt that.
That's the life I live.
All
4-5. And it's back into the realms of a bye. So let's breathe this one in. Olaf looking for perhaps an aggressive glance. He flashed off. And actually, speaking of aggressive, Cold, he's going to be getting a whole lot of information. My God, that is aggressive! Before the flash had even popped, he presents his head, and now an early advantage that Fnatic might want to punish. Look at the nades flying in. They might want to continue to hold W through this one. Golden's got himself an upgrade thanks to Cold. Could potentially boost over that smoke, and that's what Olaf is expecting. Instead, takes the head off of JW. And so a lot of early presence B did bring the rotate in from Brokey and Olaf respectively.
This is where FaZe have been struggling, though, is once they lose map control, they still have top mid, but any moment now, Fnatic will prioritize and take that. Is in these scenarios, they've been struggling with the late rounds. They've been able to, you know, trade out efficiently. They've been able to hold them off when they are playing more forward as a team, but when they get left having to second guess or rotate over and try and retake, life gets a little bit more difficult. And you can see now Fnatic have both big pieces of real estate, top mid and top banana.
Ooh, not the fight Nico wants. Looks to reposition, Golden going hunting, and he's been met by Lead. Double kill, 10 kills now for Nico. And 2 kills to FaZe's name in this round. Aggressive. Wow, look at that. The ante to the AWP is swift moves. It was Flusher who did manage to draw the fire. Now Olof looking to play around a smoke. The ready bullets throwing in towards his direction. He will be caught on the exit. And now all on to Kriaz, a 1 versus 3. The bomb not down, and so all they have to do is wait. Does anticipate Nico and catches him. Now 10 seconds. Brokey next on the chopping block. Kriaz is going hunting and finds the head. 8 seconds. He hasn't got time. 4. He has to be planting now. He doesn't, and so the round will be won by Rain without a single finger on his keyboard.
Yeah, my favorite type of rounds to win right there. But back and forth, we continue to go. No one seems to be able to get on top of these force by battles. It's one of these situations that's more difficult for the CTs to find themselves in, especially if the Ts are able to continue to plant. This time around, they weren't so lucky. May have extended the chance for Mr. Kriaz to go for a bit of a clutch, but you can see no issues for Fnatic here. They're able to buy back in. They've still got a bunch of money in the hands of Flusher, Golden, and in Kriaz's back pocket as well, whereas still the buy. It's got a couple of issues, that's for sure, for this FaZe roster as 2 UMPs, not a lot of nades, and they're trying to come up with a solution of how to take this banana area as grenades are going to come on in. Cold will find a frag, taking down Flusher, and they'll be happy with that. They're going to get on out of dodge. They made it a 4-on-5 situation. Olof's going to rotate over and see if he needs to lend a hand. This is where Fnatic get inquisitive up middle.
It's a tough fight for Bronn if he wants to continue to commit to it. Admittedly, he has the perfect weapon for the job, and it does look like he has managed to force at least one off the balcony. They were double stacked on that. Olof, not necessarily looking for the frag as much as he is the information, so he can call out to his team. Rain still, despite that, did look like he got caught out. And now Nico left to fill the void, and he's doing so brilliantly. Nade chunks him down. Kriaz looking to finish that one off. It's no teammate alongside him. A high flash off the hay bales has caught him a little unawares. Olof will finish. And so left to Golden. A 1 versus 4. Hope dwindling. Time present. He's making no secret of his position. He's going to actually opt to try and take the fight elsewhere, perhaps using that smoke to his advantage. Instead, though, Brokey was ready and willing, tagged him up, but not enough. Maybe, just maybe, he can draw the fight from coldzera with the bomb plant. He's playing this wonderfully. Molly to force the fight. Pre-fire is good. And now looking to try and find a safe spot for the plant. They're coming from Banana, but he's chosen wisely. Might be able to tuck into the corner. Another fight, no bullets. Fresh mag, Olof now looking for the double peek, and that should be the end of it. But a valiant effort from Golden gets a little bit of extra money in the bank of Fnatic.
Yeah, very, very good attempt, considering he had his back turned to Brokey there, who was low on HP, so maybe a little bit more scared when taking that fight than he needed to be. But they'll get across the line in the end. But the Golden rule, with the Golden man on the screen of making sure you take 3 per round, is going to make life more and more difficult as every round goes by for FaZe Clan to continue to do exactly that. Now,
this was a weird exchange. What's your theory on that one? So Olof's made the call.
Seems to be
late reaction.
Quite a lot for them with their arch side positions open.
Yeah.
Rain got caught out before as well when they were able to make their way through arch and get into library, right? Just need to be mindful of how quickly Fnatic are willing to move on that side of the map. Now, this exchange of Molotovs towards top banana that's been going on, Alex, I'm going to draw it for you.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can show the viewer at home. It's probably not okay. But I'm going to show it for you, and then you can maybe articulate it better than I. This initial one here that Fnatic throw means the CTs can't go aggressive, right? And if the Molotovs come down and they get thrown on in aggressively from coldzera and Brokey, they're just going to get put on out. But the timing of the second Fnatic Molotov here means that if anybody is stuck, it lands a little bit later. So this molly clears as the top banana molly is still in place, so they can take more territory.
Your exit is completely barred, but it doesn't look like coldzera is interested in leaving. In fact, he's looking to stay deep down banana, now gets the frag, and JW is backed up to his usual antics. This time, however, a FaZe crossfire is established, at least to stack the spray from Nico, not finding the heads, and now a huge advantage and an open sight for Fnatic. This is a quick one. 1 minute 20 on the clock as the bomb is being planted. Cold is on the rotate from a predictable location, there's no doubt about it. He is the B player. Brokey from Library, which is perfectly held at the moment with the spot Kriaz has dug himself into. It's going to be a hard fight, though. Wow, Brokey quick. 2v2. Kits available, and utility as well. Should coldzera want to flush Golden's fight towards Pit? Surely going to... Yeah, there it is. And that enables Brokey to at least support. Now, Cold's done it all on top Bronn, back turned, and he has to be precise, and he is. 5 HP, though. Brokey Did get mind gamed in a previous 1v1 versus Fnatic, and it looks like it's no time, no chance. Another off. Lost 1 versus 1 for Brokey. This time still with his life and his weapon, but keeping things level. 6-6. This game is a whole lot closer than Overpass.
And no money left in the bank as well for Fnatic here. Sorry, for FaZe here. So they might opt just to force behind that save rifle, considering the way that this game's been trending. Force buys have been one across the board from both teams. Yeah, so there's no reason that they couldn't make it work with something a little bit scrappier. Fnatic being very fast in the way they want to be approaching the map right now, it means that we need some heads-up Counter-Strike, so not getting caught with grenades in hand. Cold has done a very good job of neutering Mr. Flusher over towards Banana early, and we will see that force buy come on out. So at this point, FaZe, if they lose this round and don't save any guns, it could be looking like a 9-6 half from Fnatic here. Look how quick they're at the top. A minute 40 left on the clock, and Flusher is already harassing with this MAC-10. He'll get taken down again, not having any success with the openings, but giving them room to work.
Mission complete, I mean, in Flusher's book. Gets the early frag onto Banana. Kriaz onto Olof. That's an unusual death from Olofmeister. Nico's aggression has not been rewarded either, and therefore just these 2, Rain and Cold, remain. The other side of that smoke, JW is just going to tuck himself in. Cold likely going to check. And profit. Will he get away with a rifle? Looks like Golden has other plans, and so now Rain on the other side of the map with no weapon and no real hope at finding the 7th here on the 13th round of play. Map 2 of our final game of the European Pro League second stage. Both teams you're currently watching will be in attendance to the Pro League finals in Unsa. Still don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
We try, though, and that's the main thing.
Well, it's better than the American guy they have in the voiceover that goes, "The road to Odense."
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to be a VO guy.
No, especially when you don't get any context. He probably just send you a sheet, you know?
Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, Alex, I don't know if you follow at CSGO Dev on Twitter.
They follow me. It was a really big moment in my career, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice to know. But they tweeted about 10 minutes ago, which would you prefer? Nerf the SG553, or option 2, make an operation.
They haven't.
They have.
They can't play with us like that.
But you know what I think they'll do?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've updated a lot of the maps that without us being able to know what's happened on them
I'm telling
recently.
you exactly what that is, though. That's just little Santa hats on chickens, man. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
I reckon it's going to be chicken hats, and they've added 5 bullets to the mag of the SG. That's the update.
And made every bullet accurate with no recoil.
What do you think of the idea that if you wait long enough, if you're stationary long enough, every bullet from every gun should have 100% accuracy? What do you think of that for a theory?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's how it should be. There should be no RNG.
Shouldn't it? It should be that way. What's the thought process in that not being the case?
Help the Overwatch casuals, I guess.
What, so when they're not aiming at them, sometimes they kill them?
Yeah, well, you need a little bit of luck in your life. You wouldn't want to work hard for anything and get it the way that, you know, most people do.
It certainly would make sense that the crosshair being on the head and you click, that it would always be where you clicked.
Yeah, it would be a pretty crazy concept. Like, I don't know if it would work.
They're walking into a stag hit. It's not necessarily the safest of maneuvers. Golden got the first. JW, he's cognizant that they could be everywhere. He gets the information down to 39, taking Nico on his way out as well. There is a rifle, though, and Olaf picks that up, and Scarpers. Another opportunity almost given to them. Brokey onto that one. Kriaz, however, from behind, and this round is Fnatic's. It will be the 8th as Flusher finishes things off with his what seems to be his weapon of choice here on the T side. Fnatic, they do seem to like punishing when they know the economy's low. They'll pick up that lovely 1050 and run around with a MAC-10.
Jumping accuracy is quite nice on that bad boy. It allows you to stay swift and agile. But just having a little bit of a note there, I found it hilarious when Golden's model got shot in the back of the head and face planted into the ground.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty funny. Not the death element of it, just like seeing someone face plant. I haven't seen that in a while. But we will be getting the last gun round of the first half underway here. Has been a very back and forth affair. Lots of force buys coming on through. Lots of low weaponry rounds coming out on top. Even though Flusher has had a bit of a beat down here in Banana, as you can see by his scoreline there, 6 kills, 4 assists, and 10 deaths. He's still been getting that territory, even though Cold Zero has been getting the kill. He's had to run on out of Banana, getting into a safer location.
Absolutely. This is one of my personal preference in terms of the prettiest weapons in the game. That skin on that AK is just so gorgeous. Let's see if Counter-Strike can back up the aesthetics of the weapon itself. In the hands of J-Dubs. Bomb's still at T-spawn though, so take note, this is likely just for the information denial. Taking that away from the CTs forces them to stay on that part of the map as they continue their maneuvers elsewhere. Nico's tucked in on Arch though, so Brolin's on his retrieval mission now. It's time to see a little bit more of where Fnatic want to be sending their men's. Korea, as you can see, falling out of apps. It does seem to be an indication that they're off towards B. JW, however, will be left to lurk, and looks like first contact is about to arrive. The smoke will too, though, and JW onto Nico will be silenced by Olof, and their lurk now shut down. The rotate can come in. They're still not quite in the sight, though. Smoke's arriving. So is Brokey's spray. He's actually going to play behind it. coldzera not challenging, not revealing his location. He's going to force him to clear him out, and it's worked out so well. Patience prevailed onto the first, but Golden quick to trade. Now the bomb will be going down. That's courtesy of Brolin. Damage, though, inflicted. My goodness, that's huge from Olofmeister. They're all operating with scraps, and Rain will finish off what his teammate's spray started. Now down to 2. Kriaz and Golden with very little health between them. Could have been, but it won't. Brokey and Olof will deal with it and find the 7th to keep things as close as possible into the first half as it concludes with a 10-second defuse.
Yeah, we're going to split this one down the middle, and as we get underway in the second half, we have to take an ab break first. We have to get all of you out there to maybe go grab your Mountain Dew amp game fuels.
Yeah, are you hydrated? 2 liters a day is what you're supposed to be drinking, so I'm asking you now, how many do you think you've drank?
And if you haven't drunk enough, now's your opportunity.
Be a hydro homie, and we'll be back in a mo.
Chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. Different.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the ESL Pro League's final game, at least for the European division. One more day of North America to lock in the final spot for the finals later on in December. I'm Machine, he's Chad, otherwise known as Sponge, and we have got ourselves another half of Counter-Strike, potentially another map as Fnatic found form on the T side. FaZe dominating on their map pick. This is where the Swedes wanted to take it, and so far you can see why, keeping things competitive. It's time for the pistol, Chad, and I'm seeing a whole lot of util for the CT side.
Yeah, Golden and Flusher both investing in HEs, the same as what they did on that T side of pistol, but FaZe have got other ideas. They want to barrel straight up middle here, get in the action real quick.
Their favorite letter, clearly W, and perhaps not standing for win, because that's a double from Kriaz. Patience, oh my god, 3, 4! Kriaz, we can't quite see how he's done it, but it must have been miraculous, tapping away at all of FaZe Clan. And that's going to feel good for the youngster, standing in for such a big name and making quite the big play. Big step in the right direction to start off the second half of our second map.
Lovely little souvenir to take home for the stand-in himself. Oh, okay.
Gorgeous
nice
work.
And easy. They never run like me at that in my games, Alex.
Maybe they do, but you're like, you've eaten a flashbang and you're standing in a Molotov when
All
they're doing it.
my reactions are just so slow that I've already shot 10 bullets before anything's landed. But will be the force buy for FaZe here. They've opted to go for a bunch of CZs, a couple of Deagles. The smokes is the main point here, and once again, it looks like a relatively swift approach up mid.
Where is that quick arch smoke coming from? I'm perplexed, because they all charged up second mid.
Throw that from alt middle for Shizzle.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yes,
Rock and roll.
indeed.
Second smoke arriving, and they are really making life for JW's scout very difficult. Now Flusher presented with a challenge, and so was Olof. He passes, finds his previous teammate with his pistol, and actually has an opportunity to find another one of them. It's JW who does fall back into library. He's going to be overwhelmed now, though. 1 bullet from Cold Zera alongside Olof Meister. Now Golden in a similar situation. The double peek and the double frag. Golden deals with it. All on then to Brokey. Does have armor and does have the pistol. Only going to get the first, though, before Brolin shows up and deals with it. They do find 3 frags on the force. Do you think they're going to be okay with that?
Yeah, well, that poses the question for the Ts. It's right. Do we go for another buy? They're not going to be able to drop enough guns across here. We've still got around 2.5. We could go for some Mac 10s and armor. We could get the pistols back out and go for another set piece. If we wanted to get P250s, head armor, and all the grenades, we could even get banana control and go for a little bit of an execute over towards there. Or do we just take the save, which it appears they will do.
Conservative option.
Get the flash on Nico. Maybe try and just run down 1 or 2 players, see what they can take away. JW hasn't actually invested into anything in this round. The same can be said for Flusher, so they're well and truly expecting the full eco, and well, they're going to be lucky to find that they made the right call, because if head armor came on out, Flusher would have found himself in a little bit of a tough spot.
Yeah, just the USP, an armored USP. And the HE.
This used to be pretty common back in the day when you were just going up against full ecos. You wouldn't invest on anything. You'd have like maybe your AWPer would just get head armor behind the USP, and he would be able to get a kill or 2 at range against those Glocks. But these days, when almost every single gun in the game is potent...
That's like 200 damage. $300 well spent. Dunked on, and now just looking to clean up what they've already started with their highly explosive grenades. Beautiful. 11-7.
Flusher's still got 2 kills there just with the USP, so you can see how that paid on off against those Glocks right there, and now we'll be getting the gun rounds underway. See what type of approach that FaZe Clan want to be rocking here. We know, and we always have spoken about Cold Zera being a man who used to pull the Brazilian roster out of holes on a map like this. Hasn't necessarily needed to do it for FaZe Clan. When that's a capability of yours, it's always good to keep that one in the back pocket. We've got 3 SGs on the table here.
It's time to find out how close this game will be into the first buy round. And oh, Nico, he's gobbling up that damage early. Chunked down to 54, and he's not stopping there.
Wow.
Down to 33. The B players now run out of their lethal grenades, but plenty more to slow them down.
See how much they have to concede, though, as soon as those grenades are gone. They've already dipped on all the way back towards Coffin and CT, respectively. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the only player with any focus on middle, that'll be JW, just jiggle peeking from the arch side. Then we've got Mr. Brolin with Kriaz, the youngsters, over towards pit and sight. So no information early, but JW will hang around to spam through the smoke, see if he can get lucky tickling anybody up. That won't be the case, as we get to view absolutely everything.
Quite the luxury. They've actually chosen to leave just 1 man on B.
Oh, it's a mid-wall retake coming out here.
They're coming in and clearing out. They'll have that information now. Perhaps even glancing towards middle, but the smoke present.
That is a great move right there.
You're loving it? Pushing through the smoke. Oh, he had a nade in his hand, and that's the bomb! JW has completely destabilized what did look like a very good reaction from FaZe Clan. They'll have to scavenge, and now JW looking to contest. Bullets through the smoke. He does tag up another.
They can still go B.
They've only got 20 seconds, Chad.
They have to go now.
They've only got 20 seconds, and now he advances. JW has completely discombobulated. A slap to the eardrums. They can't do anything now. 10 seconds.
Save.
You have to keep hold of whatever you've got left. And that is brutal. Completely. He's undermined that entire round just with timing and some cerebral thinking.
Yeah, and I don't know what just went on in the brains of coldzera and Brokey right there. They should have just been dipping back to T-spawn to try and fortify and hold on to those guns. That top mid-wall retake, that's the type of situations that we're talking about to get information back on this map, right? Now, the fact that JW pushed it, that's ridiculous.
That's naughty.
That's a JW play right there, right? You're not going to see too many players in the world go, especially for the reinitiation through the smoke. That's some insanity. I love the move with the way that they threw the top mid smoke, the flashes, the Molotovs to push back from angles. That was great. That was fantastic. And the fact that he has the bloody audacity to go for a move like that, what on earth?
I was looking at his X-ray and I was like, there's no way he comes back again, right? Then jump into his POV and there's two FaZe members barreling towards B with 17 seconds left on the clock. He really did completely shatter that round from the international star-studded roster. Now 12-7. What's our third map should we need it, Chad? It's so long ago, I can't even remember. I think there was a choice between Train and Dust 2
and Train.
So I think they chose Dust 2.
They did, because I
was proud of that.
It is Train.
Oh, it's Train. Okay.
It is Train.
I got close.
Fnatic removed Dust 2 and Train was the remainder.
Right. Train to look forward to should Fnatic convert here.
So they force ball into this one, have FaZe Clan, and well, they've already lost a member early. Not being able to get away with free map control maybe in the same way that Fnatic were in some of their rounds. But it looks like they just want to creep back towards this B bomb site, and that'd be the right call if they were just to put their foot on the gas. We can see there's 4 players who have lent over towards A right now from Fnatic, so Golden is isolated.
Smokes arrive. And so does the head of coldzera. Exactly what he wanted. Nade perfect as well. Golden nearly converting. Rain bleeding internally down to just 5. But doesn't stop him from crossing into the site with his comrades. Comrades, Alex. I think it's comrades.
They're going to get naded here as soon as this plant gets started. There's so much utility on the side of Fnatic because they were fortifying A with 4 players. Rain will grab another kill, and there's still 45 seconds left on the clock, so no rush from FaZe here.
Yeah, and this is something you're seeing a whole lot of in modern-day Counter-Strike. You get the site and you wait, especially given the weapons. And speaking of, it has been swapped around. Rain, after doing the damage, 2 kills to his name, he'll put the rifle in the healthiest member, Brokey, alongside Olof to try and keep this site safe, let that plant go down, and already the trade's working out. Whoa, nearly well in favor. It's all down to the 1v1, and Brolin, he'll find 13. Olof had a real shot at that one. But that will be another round in favor of Fnatic, starting to look real dangerous for FaZe Clan in terms of the 2-0.
Yeah, very impressive here once again that they are doing this with a stand-in of Kriaz.
Yeah.
We have to keep pointing that one out. Crims is sick at home, probably watching the boys play this one. They were able to qualify without him over through to the finals by picking up the victory yesterday against Vitality. So today, as we move on forward, this one is just for seed. I didn't expect to see this one going 3 maps. I thought the FaZe would come out here and potentially crush the Swedes, but they want to put up a bit of fight here. They want to make the international roster work for their higher seed, work for that little bit extra prize money, and JW up close and personal with AWP.
Maybe a second here. Oh, nice jiggle. Trade from Kriaz, and there's more where that came from. Looking to convert, and he does. Backing away, though. He could be in a bit of a spot of bother. The Molotov is a perfect slow strategy. However, weapons were retrieved. coldzera on the AWP. Not something I've seen too much of this year. Undoubtedly proficient, though. Kriaz and Flusher going to be approaching from one side, Golden the other. The pincer has been established. Likely a flash from Kriaz on the corner, but not if Cold beats them to it. And oh, he gets the info, and relatively safely. The molly close, and now with the deagle, he gets caught out. It's all onto Nico. Gets the first. He's already tagged up. They know where he is, but they push through regardless. It has to be a first bullet, and it's not. Instead, Fnatic continue to find success here on the CT side of Inferno. That's 14 now to 7, and Dust 2 looking, Train looking imminent.
Yeah, that is a very difficult angle that Cold Zero was holding there, because if they came around the corner with 2 players to trade on out, he would only get that one shot off and then get chased down anyway. So he knew that he either had to go for a peek or potentially drop on back, and aggression was the option. Didn't pan on out there, as another round on the board for Fnatic, as they're looking very, very good right now. Lots of dollary dues for them. Bit of a bank built up. Well, only for Golden, really. Everyone else is not looking too pretty. But they do have a full set of nades. They do have the full buyout. JW aggressive again. Will take down Brokey with the AWP.
What the hell? There's a new operation?
Yeah.
4 minutes ago.
Well,
Excuse me, 4v4.
we'll talk about it in the segment.
We certainly will. The analyst desk are doing their research right now, actually. Round 22 with a bomb in apps, and it does look like this B presence is nothing more than smoke and mirrors, and bullets as well added to the list as Olof connects onto J-Dubs, now just all onto one man. Golden responsible for this site. There's no secret that that's where he tends to live, and so they will be methodical in clearing this one out. Bit of a misstep from Kriaz, going for some aggression on mid. No utility and no trade potential puts the advantage firmly in FaZe's hands. Golden will have the support of Brollan, but the entire FaZe roster are on their way. Finds the first. Golden massacre as Brollan dunks on Rain. Suddenly at 1v1, and Cody's got no health to work with. How have they turned this around? Oh, and he gets him through the smoke, no less. Brollan, another round for Fnatic, and it looked so damn good. Golden's double was the first nail in the coffin, and converted by the youngster. That's a brutal way to lose a round. It felt like everything was coming up FaZe Clan for that one. Now I want to read about it.
Yeah, I'm having a look right now. I think the Valve have seen that game that other company were working on, and they went, yo.
Are they doing actual things and stuff?
Yeah, there's actual things. Like, there's like
For the
CT
first time
models.
in CSGO, unlock all new T and CT-sided characters, equipable on any map. Oh, we can customize. I can have like cool T-shirts and stuff.
I don't know if that's it.
I don't know.
But maybe.
Maybe.
So right now, FaZe.
Oh, they actually did things. And I'm going to keep reading you, Cass.
Yeah, I got this round anyway. So FaZe have to claw back 8 in a row here to take us to overtime, or we will be heading to the inevitable third map right now. Spread across the map, bomb down T-stairs. Mid appears to be the first place they would love to take control of. A bit of an omission over towards Banana as Brokey's just holding that one, but JW continues to strike. He found the opening previously. He's finding it again. We wanted it on overpass. Well, we're getting it here on Inferno. Rain will eventually find the trade. Flush's aggression will find the bomb, and well, as each kill falls, Fnatic move closer and closer to taking map number 2. Brollan has an opportunity now to take down Rain. That will only tag him up, and Olof, just missed an opportunity there to make things equal with a 3v3, but maybe with him posted so forward, Kriaz might not realize this and rotate a little bit lazily. They're holding onto the bomb. There is 35 seconds left on the clock, and the flank will be coming in from top Banana as well.
Rain's head found. Flusher will neutralize. 27 seconds for FaZe to try and dig themselves out of this hole, and that was their opportunity. Could have been a double, but now with the bomb loose and Nico left to his own devices, this one is confirmed. We're off to 3. The battle for seeding continues on Train. We have got a new operation to discuss over at the analyst desk, but first we'll be taking a break to